Hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Just still setting things up here. I'm trying to get this camera working here really quick. I'm just gonna turn that on. Okay, we got the box there. Just got to get it reading the proper webcam. Again, hope you're having a good day. Just setting this up really fast. I meant to do it before the stream started, but I'm not gonna cancel the stream just to do that. Let's see. There we go. Alright. What is going on? Hopefully y'all can see me. So today there is a much more powerful stream setup than last time. Thanks to a friend of mine, Chase Gilroy. He does GarageBand Live. You should go follow that. He's amazing. Does a great job. But I reached out to him and I'm like, what do you use for cameras? And basically, I've finally converted from using cheap, crappy webcams to actually using my nice 4K camera. So you guys are finally getting 4K quality from a nice camera, and you can see that I have all this amazing image quality in Zoom now, and I can't even stream 4K to you because I don't even have a good enough internet connection, but it'll still look much better 4K coming through as 1080p than the other way around. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. It's basically taken my stream quality from amateur to absolutely pro. And I don't know if you can hear my voice good over the music or better, but I've also gotten a better mic setup as well, so that my voice should be clear and my mic should have less noise. Alright, so just finishing some things here. This is going to be the new setup going forward. I don't have my green screen set up yet, which I will soon. I have a new green screen coming in the mail, and that's going to allow me to just going to adjust the angle of this camera here. There we go. It was a little low in the frame there. No, meant to go this way. There we go. All right. Now I just want to check what happens when I zoom in here, because let's say I'm drawing on this square, right? I was opposed at first to having me on the shot here, because of this problem where I want as much of the drawing taking up the screen as possible. There we go. I guess that works, right? I know it's not gonna, take up that extra millimeter there, but I feel like it's in a good spot there. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second so I can move it and I don't destroy your ears. There we go. Okay, so basically, this stream's goal is to just stream my workflow today as I go through some of the drawing things that I have to do. One, I always like to warm up and just draw a few random things. So I'm gonna start there, and then I have to do some studies, and probably end the stream there. Okay, just gonna move the camera a little bit. I'm fussy. I like everything to be just right. Just leave it the way it is for next time. If someone could tell me who's watching how easy it is to hear me over the music, would be great. Don't want the music to be too loud. And gonna be sticking with my usual practice medium today, which is if I zoom out here. Oops, wrong way. I'll get used to this. I actually believe this camera has a remote. You know what? That makes me want to check. I think it actually has a remote. That would be amazing. Probably slow though, huh? Doesn't have a remote. If I don't have to reach up to grab that zoom button, that would be great. And anyone just jumping in, hope you're having a good day. It is amazing weather here in Tennessee right now. I wish I could put this stream outside because it's that nice. No exaggeration. No, I'm not finding the remote. I'm not positive it came with one though. Maybe I lost it along the way. I swear. Double check these pockets here. There's a memory card. Maybe in the back? Nope. Not there. Let me just check up here really quick. New stream setup comes new hiccups. Okay. I can't find it. I'll let it go for now. For now, I will reach for the camera and do it that way. But anyway, I'm using my usual setup here. I got my mechanical pencil, a couple blenders, an eraser, 3 shades of gray ink and a brush pen, and my trusty fountain pen, my current favorite. I've also changed the location of my monitor so that when I'm looking at chat, I'm actually looking at you. Because before I would have to look at chat over there, and then it was just I realized I didn't have it optimally set up. So again, if you could give me a voice check in the chat, let me know if it sounds good, if you can hear the music, if you can hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom back in here. Oh man, I love having that nice camera. This is a total game changer. Very excited. I got my coffee. And I'm gonna start these in pencil today. There's certain reasons I like to only draw in pen when I want to force myself to make decisions. But in this case where I I'm sort of practicing. I'm not really trying to capture the essence of anything. I'm not really drawing live. So, um, and when I'm practicing, I like to try to get things right, so I can kind of get them into my muscle memory. And so basically, what I've done is I have a random image generator, and when I don't, basically when I sit down to practice, I'll either do one of two things. I'll just improvise and draw to my mind, which I'll be doing today, and I'll go back and forth. Like I'll either be sitting down to work on something like a commission or something that I need to get done, or I'll go back and forth between references and drawing out of my mind. And so before I did this, I sat down, and there's this website that I go on Google. I just type in random image generator, and basically you just click it, and it has a bunch of filters, and you can oh, I don't like how it keeps trying to autofocus like that. Does that keep happening if I... Okay, it seems to be fine. But what I like to do is basically go back and forth between reference and my mind as much as possible. So I have a random image generator, and I just selected 7-8 photos I already have here on the monitor. So I'll be drawing some of those, and then I'll also be not looking at them as well. And I find literally going every other, like reference then no reference, to be a good way to practice. I forgot to turn on my my photography light over here. I'm just gonna do that really quick. All right. Should get some better lighting right here now, which I know helps the camera focus as well. All right. I'm gonna go with the reference photo first, and I try not to be too biased so that I can give myself challenges. You know, I don't necessarily want to say yes or no to drawing something if it's something that I'm not used to drawing. And the pencil stage is just to sort of establish, for me anyway, I mean, is to establish the raw shapes. And I'm not going for perfection here. Just to get my brain going, draw some random drawings, literally. She has sort of this, it's a girl by the way. She has like this hair brushed back sort of thing going on. I've been really trying to learn how to draw with energy in my lines. Again and again, the masters that I've studied have told me to do this, and I'm just feel like in my life I'm just starting to now understand it and what it does and the benefits it has in drawing. I always used to be so stiff and just like really tight in my hand and controlled my lines, and I'm just learning to hold my pencil in different ways, and you know, always trying to improve. I didn't even realize what song we were listening to. That was hilarious. It was like lullaby with electric guitar and rock instruments. It was so jarring. Certain songs and melodies, man, they're just, to me, are so what they are. It's hard to redo them. Like, some stuff can be reprised, I think, but some things are just, they're done. Again, let me know if the music's too loud, y'all, because I don't want it to be blasting you. She sort of, it looks like whatever happened to her hair, it looks like she just like did the model thing and it just ran right through her. I'm gonna try to sort of do a stylized cartoon version of her. I'm not trying to get too crazy serious here. You can't see her ears at all. And her hair actually covers her eye, which is an important detail. And I'll admit, humans are definitely one of my weaknesses, and it's something I'm trying to improve on. I'm better with environments. Good to be streaming again. I missed it. Gary said I'm trying to go stylize them. Not doing that. So I see what I'm doing here. I'm already thinking too much. Just gonna toss them in, I don't care. She's got a really distinct mouth line. Every human is so different. It's crazy. She's much more front-facing than a 3/4, if I had to say. And definitely, this eye became too large, so I'm just gonna do this eye again here. I'm learning here, you know. Sometimes I have to take a little bit more time. I think what I need is a piece of hair that's personally I have more fun drawing things that aren't exact. Hey, what's going on? It's good to see you, man. Just noticed you in chat. Is that a Bob Ross emoji? I didn't know those existed. Hell yeah, I gotta make that like a thing. Get a bunch of Bob Ross emojis. And in the particular floor of this hair, I made it too low. It starts like here. Oh, I got some screen tearing there, don't I? I was hoping that didn't happen. Basically, I have a really long USB cable, and I'm breaking the rules. I had to do some research with my stream setup, because one of the challenges of streaming you run into right away is getting everything plugged in and getting all the HDMI cables to reach the cameras and everything. And one thing I discovered early on is if you don't have a repeater on your USB cable, particularly USB cables, because they just apparently have a really hard time going long distances. And the most that they recommend you can have a USB cable is around 13 feet before it starts losing signal strength. And so I have 4K going through 15-foot cable, or a 10-foot cable right now. And add probably another 3 feet to that, so I'm right on the line. So you can see that my camera, when it needs to read something, I'll actually see it stop there. But yeah, I am so excited to have 4K full. This is my like camcorder I'm using now, my full quality camcorder that I use for making videos. I knew I could do it, I just didn't know how to do it before, so just been having the worst quality cameras in the world. Let's see if I can move this over more. I realized as I lean in to work, I was going off center there. There we go. Not much of her body is in this, but I'll make up the rest just to get to the bottom of the frame. She has sleeveless shirt, but her hair comes down and blocks it. Honestly, when I draw from references like this to learn things, I don't try to do, like, I don't really like drawing things exactly. I try to look away and interpret what I just saw, and then when I get stuck, I try to look back. Sure, I do like to try to draw things exactly sometimes, but in this case, this is not what I'm trying to do. I'm also learning with women, when I draw them, that to use much smoother, curvier lines. It's another bad habit I've been having with women, where men are more boxy and I always gotta remember too that the lower lip often overlaps the top, especially women, or it wants to. It gets close to being overlapping. And her hair kind of cuts it off there, sort of rolls over her shoulder, and the shoulder takes over. Got about 3,900 chilled beats that I roll through here that they give me, and some of them are really bad. for sure. I wish it gave me a hotkey to change the songs. Whatever, I'll just... If anyone could tell me in chat how the music is versus the volume of my voice, if you could hear me, that would be great. It's so hard to tell. Plus, I've changed a lot of settings today, so I have a lot of new settings that I didn't have before, and chances are it's a different audio from the last time. You have the collarbone coming in. Something like that. And then her hair gets all crazy over here. And just kind of flies off. You can see a little bit of her other shoulder strap come through here. Just barely. Welcome, people, welcome. Just doing my routine daily drawing here. You know, just some indications. Personally, I think I've moved the eye too high. I'm gonna redo this eye. Didn't do that line quite right. I'm spending a little more time with this one. Sometimes I like to. I'm drawing relatively small here. When I practice, I like to draw small and with high quantity. Do this like accidental bump in her nose here. I'm gonna. This woman I'm looking at does have a bigger than normal nose. Something like that. I'm not gonna get too crazy. See, where are the lines? Yeah, she does have a little bit of bag under her eyes. Everyone does. There's a sort of eye line that everyone has. And that's about all I want to do with the pencil. Coming with the there is this really nice dark shape here, where there's like a gap in the hair and it comes sort of right here. Disappears. Kind of indicates a little gap in her hair, and then there's another one here. Then we have the eyebrows. She has eyeliner too. And invisible eyelashes, so I'm trying to indicate that there. They get thicker as they go. Something tells me the music seems a little too loud. She has the sort of the wings going on. You know, the thing with hair, it's not all individual strands. It's an overall shape with accents where the hair kind of clumps together. So, and again, I'm no pro at drawing human. It's something as humans. It's and people. It's something I'm working on for like the last, like heavily last 2 years of my life. I've been purely environment for most of my life. Environment, and creatures and monsters and stuff like that, fantasy worlds. But little by little, the humans feel better and better. A little trick I learned with the eyebrows that I'll do here in a second. There's all these tricks you learn in books, and then you sort of just kind of have to trust them and then test them for yourself. And yeah, just go from there. Now if I could erase a little bit of her eye here without being too destructive. Just gently rub in the same spot. There we go. And same thing with the top of this eye. Something feels better about that. And again, I'm interpreting here. This isn't exact. And now for the eyebrows. Out of the woods. No way. What's going on? Good to see you here. Thanks for watching them. I'm having fun making them. I'm having fun making them. You drawing right now? Sick. Well, I always encourage you to come grab your sketch pad and hang out with me on these streams, so that's awesome to hear that someone's actually drawing with me. What you drawing? You working on a your new comic? I love the couple new ones you've come out with recently. They always make me laugh. They always make me laugh. I definitely get excited when I go on my Instagram feed and there's a new Scout of the Woods comic. By the way, Scout, while you're here, Thank you. Working on a commission for a YouTuber. Doing like an animatic style thing. Nice. That's awesome. Just glad to hear that you're getting commissions, you know? Because that's half the battle as an artist. Just getting the damn commissions. Getting people to trust your skill level enough so that you can charge money. By the way, you're the first person I've actually had in chat that's been listening, but can you hear my voice alright? And is the music too quiet or too loud? Am I too loud? Is my voice peaking? I have a new stream set up today, audio and video wise, so it's great. Yes. Alright. Sick. Yeah, so today, Scout, I'm just filming my normal day-to-day like practice here, so I'm in my sketchbook, my private sketchbook. Even though I do upload some things from the world, this was from last night, a couple drawings from last night. So I'm basically I'm practicing it, and what I do is there's a random image generator that I go on for a website, and I click a bunch of random pictures, and then I bring them up over here, and I try to draw them. I'll go back and forth between my references, and then I'll try to draw something out of my head, and I kind of alternate like that. And then I myself have a commission that I'm working on, and I'll have to study some pictures a little bit later in the stream from that, so. It's someone's dog, so doing like a full-size painting of someone's dog. The painting's like that, so I'm working my way up to it. I like to do when I do paintings like that, I like to do some sketches on it, get the proportions. Then I like to do like a couple small paintings and study the color, and then yeah, I'm super grateful that like. Overall, I'm grateful that like my life allows me to sit here and draw, like still pretty often. Since I started living on my own, I'm grateful that time allows, you know. I hope it's billions, because then I'll just have to get paid once. Yeah, for sure. And over the last couple of years, I've been trying to heavily improve on my drawing too. I kind of felt like I've been plateaued for a while, and just trying to work on my weaknesses, including humans, as you can see right now. I'm also really excited because today I have a brand new stream set up with my 4K camcorder. I figured out how to hook it up to my computer, so I have super high quality capability, and I can like zoom in stuff, which is awesome. So really excited to get back into streaming every day. Well, not every day, you know, as much as I can. It should look good. You guys should be getting 4K. I can't tell. I don't know if it's HD on your end. I know some platforms allow me to do HD, some don't. But anyway, so glad you're here to hang out. It's awesome. So just before Scout hopped in and got me all excited, I was about to explain this trick I learned, basically for eyebrows. And so basically, it's the edge of the nostril here. And when you're a 3/4 view like this, or slight 3/4 view, you have to kind of imagine the other nostril. And I started Twitch, it's 1080. Okay. That's good enough. it's plenty good. No one really needs 4K on their phones. But so it's this trick of where to put the peak in the eyebrow. So where your eyebrow goes up and then turns to the downside. This guy in this book I was looking at says to line up the center of the pupil with the edge of the nostril. And wherever that ends up above is where you want the peak of the eyebrow to be. Now in this case, her eyeballs are looking a little bit to the right. So I'm going to imagine if they were looking straight. And so her pupil would be a little bit to the left. And if I line it up with the pupil here, and I've done some experimenting with this now, and it does seem to look right, you know? I mean, I'm sure you can put it anywhere you want. So I'll make sure the eyebrow starts to turn there. And then on the same on this side, the nostril's about there. Probably somewhere around there. I go through, and that's where the eyebrow's going to peak. And let me see, hers are a bit low. They come right off the nose here. It's like she almost has like a unibrow. I'm just going to get a line first. And I gotta say, like, sometimes it looks so right, I can't disagree. So here we go on this one. I make her eyebrows peek right over that dot. I kind of drew them horribly. I thought someone just walked in my house. Startled me. I didn't want to give her such a harsh angle there on the eyebrow. That was my fault there. Because I'm so bad. Just so bad. But, you know, it's definitely a go-to for me. It's what I do with eyebrows now. It's something I've memorized that's helped me. And you can see it kind of looks nice, right? Like it doesn't look wrong. Like you know, it's probably not the universal way to place an eyebrow. Honestly, I could probably peek this one out a little bit more. But definitely a trick that I like. I don't know, they look pretty legit. At least in my book, because I'm bad at humans, so. Alright, that's about as much as I want to use for the pencil here. I did spend way more time on this chick than I wanted to. I'm gonna come in here. And, you know, I'll just draw the rest of that with pen, that's fine. Time to destroy it and mess up. I think the proportions look right. Good. Yeah, I mean, hell, it looks right to you. You're better at drawing people than I am, I think. I think when I did realistic drawings, I started the brow in line with the side of the nose, if that makes sense. But now the nose I draw are circles. Useless. Yeah, it does depend on how, like, anatomically accurate you're trying to be. Anatomically accurate. Yeah, that's the word. The dangerous inking stage. Yes. But see, the thing is, though, anatomically. Yeah, exactly. I love your style, though. Like, your ability to, I think what I'm still really struggling with is, like, trying to draw the same fucking person, you know, every time. So it's like if I do a comic, in each slide, it looks like a different person. It's like little by little I'm getting better at that, but it's still really difficult. And I just feel like Scout in each drawing looks the same. It looks like Scout. You know, it's like I can attach myself to that character because you do such a good job of that. Someday. I have to get a lot more hours in drawing humans. So the thing that's tough about inking stage, I think, especially with hair and stuff, is how flowy it is and you only get one shot. This chick does have big lips. And I'm actually trying to do lips instead of a line, so I'm scared. Ugh. Her mouth's open slightly. Oh, so bad. Whatever, I'll take it. It's one chance. I feel like I draw the green scout different every time too. See, that's funny. That's so funny to hear from you, because I guess it's all how the other person interprets it, huh? Because to me, I feel like you do such a better job than I do. And as you said, I should have read your next comment before opening my mouth. Okay, so her forehead. Honestly, I've been trying to decide on my style of human that I like drawing. I've really enjoyed making just dots for the eyes. So sort of like, I'm gonna get sidetracked here because I always have fun with people in chat and get way too sidetracked, but let me go to my ink testing page here. I've been enjoying drawing eyes like this. So if I have like I'm gonna do like a super generic head, like really fast, even if it's not good. And like the ears like there, the neck. You give him, this is like a jacked, muscly dude. So jacked, muscly dude, whatever. I've been trying to do like a simple nose like that, and then. Oh, I cut off my jacked, muscly dude. Sorry, I'm being bad at camera work. I've been like doing a dot, and then like a slightly more 3/4 dot, and then doing these like these little like different eye shapes around them that aren't like complete, just like a little indication like that. It's not my best, but I've been like enjoying doing eyes like that for some reason. And then just like that sort of style. I mean, that's terrible proportions. The head way too small there, but I'm so bad. Anyway, back to my better drawing, so I don't hate myself. It's too late. I murdered him. I murdered him. Tintin style. Was that Nappa? I don't know. But yeah, almost like One Punch Man eyes. I don't know, does One Punch Man have normal eyes? No, One Punch Man has dots for eyes, doesn't he? Nah, but I could see it. What up, Oz? I'm glad to see you chilling, bud. Man, every time Oz hops in chat, I have to be honest, it always makes me want to play WoW immediately. It makes me want to hop on and try to do a couple arena rounds with you. Who's Tintin? I'm going on Google Images now. I have to see who Tintin is. Who's Tintin? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Is this Tintin? I'm gonna horribly try to draw him. Ready? Is this what you're picturing too? It's almost like it reminds me of like Ed, Ed and Eddie. That's like his hair, and then it goes like that. So bad. Then he has a his face is just so bad. And then he's just like he's like that. And then his nose is like that. Right? It's so bad. So bad. Anyway. Oh, I'm so distracted. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can be all cool and like have like a monitor thing that I can toss up. So I can be all like, yo chat, is this what you mean? I'm still trying to be good at streaming. Like, it's like I'm better at what I do in the streams, and I'm like terrible at streaming. And I'm trying to get better at that. There you go. That's Tintin, right? Is that what you're talking about? Him? I tried drawing him horribly for you, but anyway. Hide that now. So that is him. Okay, good. So now I can be fancy and toss that up if we need to Google image stuff. Okay. Let me move on from this woman. I've spent too much time on this drawing anyway. I'm really not gonna be. Oh, look at that! My pen just got stuck on the paper and ruined that line. Ain't that the most unsatisfying thing you've ever seen? It's the most dangerous stage, and suddenly, she's more manly because she's way more chiseled, and now she is manly, just because I didn't make that line smooth with my pen. And that's how the game goes. But I don't care. You know, Bob Ross always says they're always happy accidents, but I'm gonna let sad accidents happen too. So there we go. I ruined the shape of her eye. Completely ruined it. It's all good though. Because sad accidents are just practice. Yes, the Bob Ross emoji. I need to open my Twitch chat now and like see how you have a Bob Ross emoji. Did you have to unlock the Bob Ross emoji from like... Because I thought... Like, are you guys getting like chat points? It was just there. What did you type in, Bob? Oh my god, you type in Bob and the emoji and it comes up. That's awesome. Okay. See, that's the thing. I gotta learn how to make my chat fun. I don't know how to make my chat fun yet with all the I have commands. See, the thing is I get all this new fancy stuff in my chat when I become an affiliate. I need 50 followers. I'm at 33 followers, and that's when they let me do like fancy chat stuff with like commands, and you guys get to have channel points, and the more channel points you get to unlock cooler emojis and chat stuff. But I'm still learning all that. Oh yeah, 8-ball. It was just a stupid little like bot that I put in chat that lets like it like answers questions. I don't even know if it's still there. Did I turn it off? I think you type 8-ball and then a question after it. Let me see. I don't know if I can do it in chat. Let me see. 8-ball. Are you still there? Nope. I'm sorry. It should be there. Blah. I'm so bad at streaming. It's something I'll figure out next time. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta make my chat fun again. I know it's here. It's like somewhere in the chatbot cloud shit, but anyway. Oh well. At least y'all have emojis and stuff. I also have to get like the moderator set up. It's already fun! Ah! No, it's alright. You can type in caps, it's okay. I don't take caps that way. I don't take caps personally. I really don't. Okay. Oh no. I might have to refill my fountain pen. I'm sensing that it's running out. Oh no. We might have to do a live pen refill. So exciting. Okay. Let me see. One second. I have to get out. My guitar is in the way. The old bag of art stuff. Yes, coffee break. I want to make more coffee too. Alright. I just have to grab a paper towel. I'll be right back. All right. Move this out of the way for a second. You can see how I'm revealing where the camera is. It pretty much takes up my whole desk. This is how it goes though. It's like you get the camera as close as you possibly can. So here's the little ink well. It has all the ink in it. Just slowly twist it and press all the ink out of it. And then the other way around. It's basically, they're called converters. And it's a little syringe that's attached to like a screw-like device, and as you twist it, it pulls it up. And you just can't see it from this angle because of the cameras I have. And almost inevitably you need to get a paper towel and wipe off the excess. I've yet to do it without getting ink on me. And that's it, then it just goes back in the pen. Been using the same pen for over a year now. And that's why I love these pens. They're not maybe as smooth feeling on the paper as maybe like a ballpoint, but they are still great, I think, in the pros versus the cons. Once you get used to the scratchy feeling they have, not so bad. Okay, get this back here. All right. There it is, and the ink comes pouring out. I always make the hair look better with the pencil and then I go and ruin it with the pen. But let's see if I can maintain the main shape here. The other little challenge I find with streaming too in drawing is I like to turn the paper, and can't turn the paper on camera. And so there's all these angles that are more difficult to draw in. That was an important line. I'm glad I didn't mess that up too bad. In my opinion. I'm sure there's people in the audience cringing over my hair drawing skills right now. That's why it's practice. I'm gonna be very decisive here with pen. I'm gonna start taking out some of the shapes here that I will get with the gray ink more, so. But there is some pure black here. Not too much. There's another one here. It kind of does a... It's tend to be these like little zigzag patterns in hair that I'm finding. Trying to remember that. That's gonna be a highlight. I don't want to put too much dark there. I did too much, but oh well. I'm just gonna roll with it. This is an interpretation drawing, not perfection. I've given up on the music, guys. We're bound to get a few cheesy ones. I just don't want to be changing it every 5 seconds. I'm gonna establish the main shape of the hair here. Cause her hair in this picture, it's not really like in a natural. It's not like in a natural hanging shape. It's like they rustled it up for the picture and like got it to stay in this sort of perfect way that they wanted it to. It's dangerous with pen and hair. It's easy to go overboard with. So I'm gonna get the other part of her shirt in here before I lose my ability or my chance to get the overlap. It's right there. That's gonna be the music. It almost sounded like the Halloween theme for a second. Little Fern, what's going on? Good to see you. Just practicing. Hope you're having a good Thursday way over there on the East Coast. A faraway Thursday. You're actually in the future. Little Fern is an entity from the future, an hour from the future. What can you tell me about an hour from now, Little Fern? Is there anything I should look out for that's gonna happen? I am the future. In 1 hour, you watch out for a banana with a grudge. Shit. It's funny you say that. You know what? Because earlier, I was trying to take a banana off of the bunch on top of my refrigerator, and I accidentally ruined another one. And then it had a really bad bruise on it, so I threw it away. Oh no, that must be the banana you're talking about. Fuck. Oh no, this music is very appropriate for this moment. That's a good emoji. I'm screwed. Scout, you're back. Little friend from the future says there will be a banana with a grudge. I think I know which banana. Oh well. Let's hope this banana doesn't plan to attack in a violent way. Let's hope the grudge is more subtle, less violent. I'm shy drawing a girl in front of Little Friend right now because all she draws is like really cute anime girls and she's like really good at it. And all I draw are like ugly monstrous girls because I'm trying to get better at humans still, so I just can't wait to move on from this drawing already. See, that's one thing I admire. It's like actually being able to draw a girl that's attractive. I'll get there someday, but I want to draw like cute, attractive girls. Like without photo reference. Keep the stream going for an hour so they'll get the begrudge banana tape. Yeah. Exactly. And at least, you know, if I get attacked, y'all can call for help. And we'll have the footage for the trials. For the documentary later that comes out, that what happened to Jokum. What happened to Planet Jokum. A banana entered camera shot on stream and he disappeared. I'm trying to get like one of those giant hair zigzag patterns. sort of do that. When your stream turns off in 1 hour, we will know what happens. Yes, you will. I'm just glad that I got the word out, so I will do my best to fight him off. But I can't promise. I'm gonna make the outermost outline extra thick here. Alright, I'm getting carried away with this ambient occlusion. I gotta chill out. Oh no, I'm getting carried away. I'm adding too much ink. Ah! Whatever, she's gonna have to be a brunette now. And the clothes. Funny, I really struggle to draw men. My current comic style is so cartoony and kidsy, I struggle to draw. I struggle to draw like a man. I struggle to draw like a man. Draw like a man. I should have had that in my recent TikTok. No, I know what you meant though. I know what you meant. Real men draw real men. Oh, we laughed so hard making that video. And like the other night, I was drinking and I had a few beers, and I got to watching it again because I hadn't watched it in a little bit after I made it, and I must have laughed till I cried by myself for like 15 minutes, like a complete psycho. At that, just like, because like what we had, like it's just all the like the cut scenes you don't see when you make that shit, you know, just like the funny shit that happens all day versus like what actually makes it into the video. But shit was funny. It's a fun day. Getting your friends together, making a comedy skit video. It's like y'all get together to just be absolute retards for like 5 hours. It's a good time. Absolute retards. But I miss those days. I've missed making comedy. I want to get back into it all the time. I think I laugh more at myself than others do. Oh no, I know I laugh at myself more than others do. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've made something retarded. I've laughed my ass off at it. No one thought it's been funny. Or at least, like, only, like, my closest friends thought it was funny because they get me. And they, like, understand my psycho sense of humor, but some people get it. Me and my brother made some really stupid Barbara Streisand TikTok for no reason, and nobody thought it was funny but us. Exactly. Exactly. And you know, that's kind of where it stems from. Like, honestly, like, the only time I feel like I'm making comedy videos true to myself is when I'm laughing at them really hard, because that's where it starts. Like, when I was a kid playing with a camera, just being absolutely retarded, making the dumbest shit and laughing at it, and like, I just have to not care. I have to do my best to not care. Like, I'll be honest, like after I uploaded that, like after I edited that man video, I was like shy about uploading it. I was like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Like, no one's gonna think this is funny at all. This is like one of the dumbest things I've ever made. But then I look back at like my Millie Bays animation. I don't know if y'all seen that. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. But I like animating, but I don't like have enough time to do full scale animations, and like I'm not good at it. But I know how to do it, so it was just like my way of practicing animation, and it's just like, what did I make? You know. I gotta drive home. We still. Oh, I wanna hop back on. Okay. Safe travels. Thanks for hopping in anyway. If I don't see you, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday and a good night and everything. Thank you so much. No, that was so funny. I'm glad people got it. But, you know, I think what it was is my like initial comedy shy, because I haven't done comedy videos in years. I haven't like tried to actually commit to one for a while. So it was like this initial shyness. And I think I feel better now that I've gotten a couple out again, and I've stopped giving a shit. So I have this whole list of like 60 ideas I gotta get through that I've been writing down every day. So hopefully get through them all. Animating is so hard. I've tried a couple things and it's so time consuming and difficult. Definitely want to put more effort in when I have the time. It's extremely freaking time consuming. Exactly. I do enjoy it. I think I want to probably pump out like an animation project every once in a while, you know, like a 1 minute short. But yeah, I guess if I had to give a tip to save time on animating, use as much motion tweening as possible and animate in like 4s or 5s. And then if there's a part, if you don't know what I mean by animating in 4s or 5s, it just means instead of doing, so if you, normally things are animated in 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second. When you animate in 4s, you do a drawing for every 4 frames rather than every frame, because then it just takes so much time. Some people animate in even 5s. 2s, it still takes a long time, but I find 4s to be the sweet spot to where it doesn't look too choppy and feels kind of organic. It kind of gives that sort of like 12 frames per second, 15 frames per second cinematic look, if you know what I'm talking about. You can look up the difference if you don't. There's YouTube videos that will compare it, but yeah, animate in 4s or 5s and do the entire animation like that. And then if you feel there's spots in it that need to be smoothed out, then you can kind of go in and animate and fill in little chunks in it. I find that to take a lot less time than just doing like frame by frame. But you know, it's all how you want it to look. And the program too, like software dependent. Some software is better than others. Like I use Flash or Adobe Animate or Clip Studio, which I find both to be very, very powerful. I know I'm taking a lot of time on this drawing, guys. I'm just chilling. I'm having a good time. Just daily drawing routine here. Made that nostril way too big on accident. But what are you gonna do? Gotta move on. That's pretty much all I want to do with this drawing. I'm gonna get my gray pens now, shade her in a little bit. She's sniffing. Actually, I'm not gonna do that line. I'm gonna do that line with the pens. Yeah, I've been playing with Procreate because that's just what I draw in, but I might try some Adobe software. Nice, yeah. I messed around a little bit with Adobe Procreate, but I personally like Clip Studio the most. Clip. I think it's like $250 for the whole program, Clip Studio. You get a permanent license, which I know that's quite a bit of money to dish out, but alright, so all the values this side, I did not expect the pen to be that dark. Oh well. Just gonna roll with it. The thing with these ink pens, they like tend to like build up overnight, and sort of like be extra dark when you first take them out the next day. Try to get whatever that is. What is it? Cute clavicle? Is that what it's called? It's a pretty defined clavicle. I didn't mean to make it that defined. You got the neck muscle there. I don't know why this is so dark. There we go. That's the shade it should be right there. Something that's also deceivingly hard is like shading a face realistically, because there's just a lot of hidden planes in the bone structure on humans. Like there's one that comes up to here and stops, and then another one. And how you shade a face really determines how it looks too. Like I'm doing a horrible job at this one, and it's honestly she just needs to be this shade entirely, and then I need to go darker. That's the problem. Save a few highlights. There's so much to learn in this shit. 3-point lighting, and camera lenses and stuff. It goes on and on and on. This will give me a chance to redo this. Yep, deciding that's her skin color. Again, I'm not going crazy taking my time on this. It is the clavicle. Okay, so I get it. Oh, is that alcohol pen? So many planes. Nope. It's a water-based ink that I buy called Gray Noodler's ink, and I dilute it into watercolor brush pens that I fill with water. I do have Copic markers though. I have messed with alcohol-based Copic markers, and I like them. I just find that I have trouble finding paper that they don't bleed through really bad. That's the one thing I didn't like about the alcohol-based. Pens and alcoholism, yeah. How I feel about landscapes, perspective, scale, and lighting. It goes on, and then you have, just beyond the principles, then you have design principles, right? Like placement and composition and design and shape balance and placement, and you could just go on and on and on. Oh my god, this is like a BuzzFeed. This is like BuzzFeed how to make an egg salad song or something. I gotta change this. So, yeah. Some of this music they give me, I have to use this music they give me that because otherwise because I stream to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time, I'll get a copyright strike. So yeah, it's all good. It's like I get to pick from vibes, and I tend to find the only things that I've liked are like the chill vibe category, which is like these 4,000 songs that I get to pick from. I've tried some others, but they don't really fit my vibe. The others are like this sort of trappy electronic gamer music, which is some of the tunes are good because I do get down with electronic music, but like it just jars. It gets jarring after a while. Oh yeah, royalty-free music these days. I find myself just making all my own music for my videos now, if I can, because it's seriously just, it's too much now. With the copyright strikes, it's... Like, for example, one time me and my buddies, we covered In My Life by the Beatles on acoustic guitars, instrumentally, with like our own twist on it, with like solo sections in it and everything, and it got copyright strike. Like, I recorded this recording with like my mic through my computer. We weren't in the same time as the song, we weren't in the same key. We were just playing In My Life, and instrumentally, no lyrics, the solo was different, and I guess maybe like the algorithms are so advanced now that they took that down too. I was like, wow. Like, they are picking up on cover music now. Granted, you know, I was covering one of the most popular bands in the world ever to exist, so I'm sure, you know, if it was like some obscure left field band, that wouldn't have happened. But still, it's like, come on. Come on. So what they do is they mute a certain part of your video. So it's like your video is just permanently muted, or you redo the video, which you can't when it's a live stream, so it sucks, you know? You can't beat them, you join them. I really hate how my shading came out on this, it's horrible, but once I get the darker values in it should look a little better. But I'm just talking and chilling and drawing, I'm not trying to be perfect. I can play 3 chords on the guitar badly, and that's it. Well, there was a day that I could only play 3 chords on the guitar, so you gotta start somewhere. Copyrighted the idea of a song, that stinks. Yeah, I mean, well, it's all broken down into 2 things now. So you have the copyright on the recording, and then you have the copyright on the arrangement. So you can have 2 things that collect royalties now. Automatically, passively, and that's basically, it's a songwriting, and then there's 2 codes that get attached to it on the internet: songwriting code and a recording code. So composition code, recording code, and so, like, you know, you can be the owner of a song on only the recording side of it, and be only getting royalties on the recording side, or you can write the song, get royalties for every time that the arrangement's used, but then you don't get royalties for a recording that might have been done of that arrangement. Or you can have both, which is what some artists do when they're smart. Like Dolly Parton, for example, I know that she did that, where she made it so she owns both. And there's also different ways to collab with that. No, I mean, it makes it tough to navigate. It makes it tough to be a content creator these days. I'm not gonna lie. But whatever. Gotta move with the times. Not 2008, 2006 YouTube anymore. Those are the times, man. I wish the YouTube algorithm and everything was still like that. That would be amazing. What's up, Kirsten? Welcome. Good to see you here. Yeah, I've been making fun of how this girl looks the whole time. Well, I'm happy that at least you came in the chat and your brain said girl. I'm just glad it doesn't look like some decrepit, like, transgender man. Because I can't seem to draw women without them looking like decrepit transgender men. And there's nothing wrong with transgender men. I know I might get canceled down. I'm just saying, like, I love all forms and walks of life, and we're all equal to me. But that's what happens when I try to draw women. So I'm trying to improve. And it really has to do a lot with how smooth my lines are versus how choppy and square they are. And I do want control over that, you know? Because if I do have to draw a transgender person, I want to know how to control the features of a face and a body. Exactly right. Like, I've been having to model unisex things, and recently in this game I've been working on, and it's very difficult to do things unisex because you have to strike this line right in between male and female, and it's really hard. Yeah, this girl's just like, are you done yet? You've been drawing me for like an hour and 36 minutes. I've had to hold this expression on my face the whole time. Yeah, it's true. It's so hard. It's one of the most challenging things about it, for sure. Yeah, she's over it. We're close. We're close. I'll leave her alone. I'll stop looking at her. We gotta get this eye shadow in here going on. I'm taking my time with humans, especially because I'm still learning them, so I want to take my time to remember features here. Ooh, what's this thing called again? The little dip that happens between your nose and your upper lip. You know, that little... I know there's a name for it. Yeah, she's over it. Maybe she just has RBF. What's that? Oh, that's don't tell me. Resting bitch face. Yes, that has to be what you see. That has to be what you mean. I always try to think what the male version of that is. What's the male version of resting bitch face? Resting bastard face. You could keep the same acronym letters if you said resting bastard face. Kirsten thinks I look mad when I drive. She thinks I look super concentrated. I'm so mad when I drive. So if you ever see me when I'm driving, I'm not mad at you. Just so you know, I'm just chill, just relaxed. I mean, technically, doesn't that mean I have resting bastard face? Right? Like, if you think I have it when I drive, I'm pretty relaxed when I drive, so it must just mean I have resting bastard. I do have a case of... Let me see, let me relax my face. Hold on, you don't look yet, ready? I'm gonna relax it, and you tell me if I look mad. I can't keep. I am not laughing. Oh, there's right. Here we go. I can't hold a straight face. Yeah, I probably just look like I'm trying not to laugh. And I also have this sunbeam in my face, which isn't helping. I know, I'm almost done drawing you. Relax. What's her name? Chat. Name this woman, chat. I'm not done with your hair. You need to tell her that I'm not done with her hair. This little underdip of her hair, like little curve, needs to be shaded though. Courtney. It does look like Courtney a little, doesn't it? Like from the Kardashians. I didn't even think about that. Like kind of, like very slightly. She does look Kardashian-ish. I didn't even realize. I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Definitely not. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna before I say, do you guys think the Kardashians are attractive? Like when you look any of them. Like I know they're all so different looking, but like are they objectively attractive people? I mean, I guess so, right? They're not ugly. But like I guess my question is, it's like, are they like super generic pretty, like just like what American society wants a woman to look like, or are they actually attractive? I don't know how to ask the question right. I think one of these days soon I gotta try to do like a super try hard drawing of a human. Like do the grid and make it all perfect and everything. I guess Kim and maybe Kendall Jenner are conventionally pretty. Okay, conventionally, I like that word better. Because like it implies like the current like school of thought or current fashion. So yeah, conventional was the word I was looking for. I was gonna say the same, not my type. Yeah, not my type either. The grid, my enemy. I know. I never liked the grid. Honestly, when I had to do that in art class, I never liked the grid. To be honest with you. This chick literally has no background, so I'm just gonna create one. One thing I have to do though, I'm gonna go in with the darkest gray pen here, which is just pure, no water. I'm dabbing it out because this pen for some reason just, it comes out so juicy. Just dab it out before I use it each time. Get these little corners here. I really struggle to work systematically. Why I'm so bad at landscapes. Yeah, I mean, I do too. And I just, honestly, I don't like to draw systematically. Like, I like to draw with the principles and use them, but I don't like to have it so quantized on the paper. I really, really like to, I like interpretational drawing. I like to interpret reality more than like copy it exactly photo. Although there is value to copying photo, and it's a style, and it's amazing, and it's something worth trying, and I try it many times. I think I'm the happiest, I have the most fun, I'm the most creative when I'm doing interpreting. Excited pen. Yep. Super excited pen. You just reminded me of that movie Sausage Party with James Franco, and it was one of the voice actors, and it was all the food products in the store, and they were all trying to get to the greater beyond. Did y'all see that ridiculous movie? I just pictured a bunch of pens in an art store trying to get to the greater beyond. Oh my god, there's a comic for you, Scout. Oh my god, it's such a ridiculous movie. It's a controversial one, you know, like whether it's good or not, but it's one of those like worth laying your eyes upon it just just because it exists, you know? Just because they did the work to make that, it's worth looking at it. I'm honestly enjoying drawing this person right now. It's like it's gotten to that stage where it's fun, you know? It's not a bunch of guesswork anymore. Just kind of filling in the blanks here. That's why I haven't moved on. Sometimes this happens with a drawing. You get into it, you know? Just gotta let it live out its interest in me. And once I'm not interested, I will go to the next square. By the way, for those of you who missed the last stream, that was one of the other ones, and then we had this girl too. She was cool. She was like a really eccentric type girl with a fedora on, walking on the beach. This girl is much more modelly. Like I picture her in a studio with a orange curtain behind her, and some dude just like, yeah, look fierce, look sexy, get into it. Let me know you mean it. I get modeling, but I don't get modeling. At the same time. I guess it's like certain aspects of it. I guess in certain ways how it ties into the entertainment industry I don't get. But I get beauty being art, and the human body is beautiful. It's a beautiful shape. And it's beautiful to put it in certain shapes and take pictures of it. But this whole, like, you need to look a certain way to model, and how that all ties into toxicity and women's bodies and stuff, and that's no good. Okay. There's some white in the hair happening over here that I'm not happy with, that I'm going to fix. That's pretty much it. This music, though. She has dark red hair, so it's not like... The only white spots on it where the light is like beaming it. Look fierce! Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is BuzzFeed top 5. I gotta change it. I was thinking that. As I looked to read that comment, I thought that. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god, this is too. That was like, look, you won't believe what this penguin did at the zoo. And it's like, a kid walks up to the glass and like scares the kid, and he like falls on his butt. Yeah, vacation ad. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is actually like somewhat legit reggae. Oops, I didn't mean to jack that up on accident there. Can you guys hear me talk fine over the music, by the way? Right now, particularly, I know I asked earlier, but the volume of the music is at a particular level that I need to know if you hear me over it. Okay. But it's not too quiet, right? Like if I stop talking for a second, does it like fill in the space, like the empty space? You know? I'm getting blinded by the sun right now. I gotta go close the shade really fast. I'm not even kidding. One sec. Come to this random island resort. Pans through a shot of a kid on water slides and a hot woman in a bikini in it. Exactly. Also, yes, I can hear you fine. I just got distracted by my own imagination. That's fine. You have the most beautiful imagination, and you can be distracted by it anytime in chat, anytime you want. I'll be right back. Because, you know, not to mention, your imagination has created lots of fun moments in chat. Like, the Willowwood painting, for example. You guys pretty much painted that painting for me. I just let you guys... There's like berry trees, it's souls in the side of the berries that when the crows look at you and absorb your soul, and then you go inside the berry. It got crazy. Alright, we're right back. I gotta close that run. Yeah, that was a good one. Bristleberry bushes. Yes, that's what they were called. Yes, the bristleberries. When I stood up to close those curtains, by the way, it made me realize that I have to pee. So, on that note, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna refill my coffee, and I'll be back. So I hope to see you here when I get back, because we are gonna be hanging. We are gonna be chilling today. I'm in a streaming kind of mood. I want to draw for a while longer. And yeah, be right back. Take this intermission video in the meantime. Oh, yo, Christmas music came on. I'm sorry about that. The second I can't babysit the music, the most terrible thing comes on. Glad to see you all still here. Oh, good. It was subtle. Okay, it wasn't like You're walking around in fucking like a kid's store. Like a toy store. Kids show vibes. I also don't like this trumpet thing, whatever this is. Not feeling those vibes. Not feeling them. Yes, you nailed it. December mall vibes. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, moving on. I don't want this girl to be upset that she's getting drawn any longer. Oh, we got some screen tearing there, huh? That's probably because I got my camera on a very long cable, but it's fine. It seems to only be when there's a lot of movement really fast. Please don't keep autofocusing. Thank you. Alright. Let's do next. Gotta go in 5 minutes. It's my lunch break. Hopefully you'll still be streaming when I'm back though. Hey, no problem. Thanks so much for hanging out. It's been such a blast. And no problem if you don't make it back. I'll definitely be streaming for a bit longer, for sure. But not sure how much longer. I hope you enjoy your lunch. You're making me hungry just thinking about it. And looking forward to your next comic too, wherever it may be. Any newcomers, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just going through the daily routine drawing here. Working the brain. Just practicing. For those of you that don't know, I have sort of a compilation of random photos over here, and just studying them quickly-ish, as quickly as I feel that I need to. Trying to interpret more than copy exactly. This music is nutty, bro. Take care, take care. Thank you so much. It means a lot you take the time to come hang out. Appreciate it. I'm trying to force myself to only take it so far with the pencil, and then just dive into the pen. My left hand always wants to lean things. Or maybe my left-minded brain. Quick with this one here. I did pick a couple challenging ones for myself, because when I do the random image generator, when one pops up and I'm like, ooh, that's tough, I try to not say no to it, you know? More concerned with just getting the overall shape right. I don't care that this looks like a... I want to say it's a Beamer. I can't... It's a very tiny picture. I purposely make them very tiny, so I have to... I'm left to make up a lot. Cars are fun. They're very challenging. They have a lot of challenging shapes to them. It's a little bit wider, I'd say. And they just have these really joined, curvy shapes that are really challenging. And everything... I think what's nice about drawing cars is they almost like indirectly teach a valuable lesson of drawing. Which is every line in drawing... I think one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard and learned and then figured out myself was that every line should be starting from somewhere for a reason, going somewhere for a reason, and then ending somewhere for a reason. And I remember one day my perspective changed on lines when I started thinking of them in 3 parts rather than one thing, like a beginning, middle, and end to the line. And definitely let that stew in your brain the next time you're drawing lines. It makes you think of them a little bit differently. Just always make sure that they connect and that they have a reason for connecting. It's hard to call things bad in art, but one of the bad habits that I used to have is just kind of drawing lines with no purpose. And then when I say used to, I mean I'm conscious of it now. I still make that mistake all the time. I still draw really bad lines all the time that have no purpose, and I'm at least just having that conversation with myself now and making sure as much as I possibly can in my own awareness that I'm making sure lines are making sense. Like an example of where it's really easy to get lazy on something like that is like drawing like lots of blades of grass, for example. or something like that, because it gets really redundant, and it's easy not to give attention to each blade of grass after a while. And often a lot of my fields or plant life environments, in the corner over here, they'd look real nice, and then as I finished it would get lazier and lazier and lazier and lazier. But you know, it's part diligence, but in the right areas. Giving attention to the right things. Because I would say giving attention to everything, an equal amount of attention to everything in a drawing, is also bad too. And when I say bad, I mean, like, if you're trying to achieve reality drawings, let's put it that way. Any sort of artwork that's around illustrating the world that we're in exactly. Because then once you say it like that, now there's a lot of rules and structure. Obviously, there's a whole area of art that's totally up for interpretation. But it's safe to say that for the most part, there's a lot of things that are objective about our reality. And a lot of consistencies that happen. And when you study nature, and when I study nature, and I follow the lines and the edges of things, they all go somewhere that makes a lot of sense. And I find that the least amount of lines you can say it in, the more powerful and clear the idea becomes. It's almost like a good lyric, you know? Or a good poem. It's like if your drawing can be a good poem, something that says a lot with very little, then it's that much better of a drawing. And this weird thing happens where the brain fills in the details. If the details are placed right in the right area, the whole thing doesn't need to be detailed at all. Now, too thick. Little slimmer than that. I mean, I'm guessing this music, they like, you know, it's Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, so they probably just buy up all the misfit, like, free domain shit that's out there. Like, this is another BuzzFeed song. Like, I don't know, like, I've tried other moods. Let me just type in, like, let me see what they have for jazz. Like, I wouldn't mind if there was just, like, chill jazz for a minute. That's pretty good so far. Let's see what that does. 1,100 results when I typed in jazz. I mean, jazz could mean a lot of things, right? Okay, so far so good. If we get something too weird, I'll change it. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys, my stream setup is so much better now. It's found its one of its truest forms I think it's ever been in, as far as like the way my desk is set up, the way my cameras and microphones are set up, my lighting and stuff. It's gone through, I think my streaming setup has gone through probably 10 iterations now. Like completely different iterations. Whether it comes to like where my monitors are placed, the types of cameras I'm using versus the types of microphones I'm using, blah blah blah. I had to order a couple things off Amazon recently to like finish it. There's a couple missing like equipment pieces I didn't have that just made a huge difference. You know, like getting into streaming is not just like, do you have a computer? It's not just computer and Streamlabs, you know. It's like, I mean, you can make it happen, but to have the optimal stream experience. That's how I'll put it. The optimal stream experience is a lot more than that. Hundreds of dollars later. I mean, luckily I already had this nice 4K camera that I invested in. You know, so it was figuring out how to hook it up to the PC. All right. This jazz song sounds like someone recorded it on their GarageBand. Sent it in to Facebook. No offense to the person. There was like a weird skip. It goes a little bit farther. There's a time I used to be really stubborn about just drawing references. It's the key to learning and increasing your shape fluency, you should call it. It's more about being fluent in shapes than it is about memorizing what things look like. And it's hard to just know all the shapes of the universe without looking at them first, so the more stuff that I draw, I find, like, the more stuff in real life that I draw, the more I can draw it in my head. But not, like, because I'm memorizing what it looks like, but because I'm coming across more unique shapes. That's my assessment of it anyway. So I'm going to erase over here. And just having fun with this. I'm having fun with this car. But just barely see the roof here. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, you gotta know what things look like. I didn't mean that at the extreme. Especially if you're going for something like super duper specific, you know? Like if you're trying to actually draw a certain product or something that is trademarked and looks specific down to the millimeters because it's like manufactured, then of course that's a different story. But yeah, it's like kind of anything in life. Drawing is very, very nuanced. You have to approach it in a nuanced way. I don't like how it's just round. It's not quite right. Straight edges. This one curves down, then straight edge. This is where having energy in lines really, really helps. Or I've seen it help anyway. Because it's almost like it's impossible to draw a perfectly straight line slow. When there's speed to a line, there's something sort of magic that happens to it. The momentum of the pencil gives effects that are hard to imitate on purpose. And they're not so much like happy accidents with a paintbrush, like Bob Ross, as they are they're more intentional. Honestly, I often compare it a lot in my head to playing an instrument or playing guitar, because there's a sort of muscle memory to it. Like there's a muscle memory to drawing a circle or an ellipse or a cube, and it gets to the point where your hand actually remembers the feeling and so drawing a circle becomes a motion rather than something that looks a certain way that you're trying to achieve. Well, it's both, but I'm zooming in on the act of drawing it, basically. I'm realizing that this I'm just gonna do a quick. That's where my tire's gonna come. Establish my 2-point here. Really want to. This one has a really cool sort of vent setup. I assume they're the air vents. That's what they look like. I really want to exaggerate this perspective more. He's gonna come down here. Try to look away for a second. The other thing too in the interpreting is I'm trying to really add some bend and stretch that isn't actually there. So I'm actually like warping this a little bit more in perspective than I'm actually looking at. Like this actually has much more telescopic view here. I'm going for a little bit of a dash of fisheye in there, because I've tried fisheyes my whole life, but I've really revisited them in the last year, and man, they are just my new favorite way to draw. Fisheye everything slightly. And it's not so much because I like everything, I like the straight edges being warped and bent, as I just like how it makes a drawing feel more immersive for some reason. It's almost like you can look left and right in the drawing. And I just like the feeling that that gives. It's like 360 camera pictures on Facebook, if you've ever seen those, where you can move your phone around. It moves with you. Those are pretty cool. That's actually a good idea. I wonder if I could do that with a drawing. I probably could, no? How would I do that with a drawing? It would have to be opposite. No, you could, okay, so I would have to take a panorama of the drawing, and it would have to be opposite fisheye? I have to think about that for a second. I might try that. 3D Facebook picture of a drawing. I don't know, I haven't tried that before. For anyone just joining, just hanging out, practicing. Got some commission study I'm getting to. I like to do a couple drawings though. It really warms me up. My hands is like feeling stiller, more accurate. And let's see. The tire gets cut off almost right about there. Revealed there. There we go. And there's a background in this picture which I really like, so going to study that as well. Now, something I left out was the split in the door here. Let me just get this sort of air fin. I'm going to indicate it with a little bit of a line, like a hook on the end of it. And a trick with boxes to find the perfect center is drawing an X through them. And wherever that X crosses is actually the perfect center in perspective. And even though this isn't a perfect box, I like to imagine it being built out of boxes and then using that trick in my mind to help place this where that door is going to be more accurately. And of course I could go in here and place this car in a box and go all out to make it perfect, but after learning how to draw it perfectly, I like to just personally get it close. And I want to say it's right about here. And I'm going to push it even a little bit farther because this door line too actually helps show a little bit more of the contour of the car and how it's sort of arched. And this mirror actually is it more out? Fix that up quick. Well, there's actually two splits in the glass. There's another one here. No antenna. Then we have how you can see through the glass. This is what I like about cars too. That's challenging, is you can see through the glass. So it changes all the colors, warps things a little bit. It's just one of those like challenging aspects. And it's the back window inside there. And it kind of gets chopped off by the driver's seat, which sort of sits like that. And I'm just sketching it in very lightly. And I can just ever so slightly see the back seat like this. The headrests. And then the back window edge here curves down a little bit before that seat. And then the reflection, can't see there. I love these vent shapes. They're always like complex and challenging to figure out. Especially in perspective. Once they start getting warped. This one ends here and sort of... Oh, I see what I did. So far I haven't minded the jazz channel, like it doesn't seem to have this like jarringly cheesy music that comes up, even though jazz can be cheesy. I'll take it. It's a lot better considering some of the other stuff that you get. Okay, and then I have to be conscious of making it slightly wider than this one, because it's in perspective. It's the same size. Oh, okay, I see what that is now. I drew this one too big. Drawings are like puzzles. I think that's one thing I like. Or at least like drawing something that you're looking at, it's like a puzzle. I mean, it's still all a puzzle. Especially man-made objects. A lot of thought goes into man-made objects. No thought at all goes into nature. But because a lot of thought goes into man-made objects, you have to get them just how they look. Or they don't look like that at all. Or if at least not at all, it's very easy to make them not look like it. Okay. Can see the tire. I ended up making the car in my drawing a bit more of a lowrider than it really is, but I think it's just this line playing tricks on me that I just need to erase. Just clean up this bottom edge here. Okay, and then this sort of weird flap thing comes out. And now the tire will appear where it was making sense to me. Yeah, you gotta go a little bit thicker, because it is like a sports car-ish. Sports car-ish. Gentle Sad Horn. That's what this song should be called. Super Gentle Sad Horn. I'm redrawing the tire so that it's vanishing to a secondary point. It's subtle, but it's a certain look I'm trying to get to it. Okay, that's good enough for me. This shape carries out. Same thing on this side. Also, the other thing about man-made objects, especially cars, is they're perfectly symmetrical. So it's just another challenge about it, you know. Let's see, we got this thing sort of. It's below the headlight, so I have to keep that in mind. Lower this curve. Drawing the car differently, for sure. Like what I mean than it is in the picture. Like there's some things that are a little bit smaller than others. And that'll smoothly join above it. Okay. Sort of like that. Then this curve. I feel like the camera shot for you guys is a little bit dark, no? Maybe, let me see if I can up the exposure here. It's the beauty of having a manual camera, or a nice... Oh, there we go. That's better. It's getting dark now, so outside, so the light, I can keep it at the same exposure now. I don't think it'll change too much on me now. I do like to let the sunlight in a little bit, you know? Don't want to be too much in a dungeon. But that does affect filming. Okay. Did go a tad high here with this line. And I'm being fussy up to the headlights because I just want them to fit. Talking millimeters here. You know what it is? It's not arched that much, but I'll let it stay. I'll let it stay. It's our own car design ripped off of a Beamer here, so. Redesign. They make headlights very, 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 very similar, if not exactly the shape of human eyes, like in their fundamentals. Like if you box out a human eye. Ah, see, here's a cool situation. This is what I mean by cars are challenging and cool to draw because of the way this light, smooth edges. So it actually goes to the edge of the car here. like the hood. Which now this is coming out just slightly too far. And since I'm squashing it in perspective more than it is, that's going to be smaller anyway. All right, that's good enough for the penciling. And let me see, we can check here. The slightest indication. I figured cheesy big band jazz would happen. That's the first one. Take them off and trust that. See, the reason why I have them on is to monitor the music in case something horrible comes on. Because it happens. Sometimes really weird, horrible music comes on. At least they're each only like a couple minutes long. Okay. Time to mess it all up with my pen. Make sure the pen's going. Okay. So there's a built-in app in Streamlabs that you can pay monthly for that has a catalog of music for all 3 platforms. It's an extra $9.99 a month. So I'm paying $19 a month to stream to all 3, and then another $9 a month to have the music royalty free. They also let you download it and use it in videos. Yeah. So I pay $19 for that. $9 for that, and then there's something else I'm paying that I can't think about right now. I think I have. It's crazy how the subscriptions add up. I think I have 2 other subscriptions for like memory things, like cloud storage or something. I don't know. Yeah, so it's one of those things. Inking in this car here. I'm gonna have to take a quick bathroom break in a second, and I will be back. Just get this vent going here. This bottom line. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. Hey, sorry about that. Just had to go to the bathroom quick. Continuing to ink this car up. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, even though I say that every time. Here I am, 2 hours and 47 minutes in to 2 small sketches when I'm saying I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. Gotta have the radiator vents. And you also have to draw them horribly and mess them up. Number one thing to drawing radiator vents is to draw them really bad. There we go. That line kind of fixed them. Reference picture here. Says that must be flat, not straight. So back when I was talking about how you have to draw lines fast so they have energy, there are certain lines like that arc on the bottom of the car you have to go slow with. But it's nearly impossible to make it so they're not wiggly. That's what the speed in the line does, is it makes it perfectly straight without a ruler. There's a certain motion in your arm you can get where you can draw perfect circles by muscle memory. I was just thinking about fast lines today. Yeah, I don't know if I have it next to me. This I do actually. Yeah, this book right here I just got. I've been going through it. I'm only like 20 pages in because every page blows my mind and will like send me off into my sketchbook for 2 hours for each page, but to like experiment with what it's talking about. But right here, it's called Drawing with Force. It's by Michael D. Matassi. Oh yeah, I think it's Michael D. Matassi. I think that's how you say it. Matassi. Drawing with Force. It's a 3-book series. This is the one. So this is the 10th anniversary edition I got. I think it's just sort of a new edition that came out recently, and it has kind of everything tossed in. But it's really, really, really good stuff, and it's one of those things where like it makes you think about drawing entirely different than you ever have before. It's like, it's not like typical drawing theory. It's like sort of a guy that worked for Disney for a while, and he learned the secret drawing master tricks of the people in the studios at Disney, and basically developed his own thoughts on it and experimented with it and kind of developed into those 3-book series called Drawing with Force. And basically it's like the secret to how Disney gets their really super organic flowing looking animations and lines, and it's one of those things where the second I applied even a fraction of those concepts that guy talks about to my drawing, I like improved overnight. It's like, it's just, there's so many things he says that you just, if you do them, your drawing gets better. So yeah, Drawing with Force by Michael D. I'll type it in chat. So you get the right. I mean, it'll pop up. It's the only book called that if you just type Drawing with Force, but. And he also he has a YouTube channel that he goes and explains it and shows you drawing it live. And there's also a CD, I think, it came with this book. And I also think I got access to some like Patreon type locked up videos too. So it's not just the book. You get a package with it. So let's go ahead and get this car done. I realize I accidentally talk too loud when I have headphones on. I've been trying to adjust that 1 decibel off my voice that I can't account for when I talk, but I was testing it earlier. I would like talk to how I think I'm talking to you guys and then like suddenly take my headphones off in the middle of it and be way louder than I thought. I also have music coming through these headphones. It makes it hard to hear myself. And they're also super fancy studio headphones that are supposed to like cancel the sound around you, so I want to know the secrets of Disney. Yeah, me too. That's why I got it. It's just like stuff they don't show you in high school when you draw. You know, I don't remember being in art class in high school and them just being like, draw with force. You know? You wear one off so you can hear yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. They also squeeze my head too hard. I think I need to get some sort of more relaxed, like consumer use headphones. These are like really fancy, like record in the studio headphones, so they're designed to be flat and have no bass. It like cancel all the sound. And yeah, I don't know, they're definitely not streaming headphones. You start noticing all the subtleties and difference of those like types of products, huh? So I have a memory of myself making fun of it, you know? Like, oh, why don't you just have one freaking type of headphone, you know? But it's like, it's so many subtle reasons, like comfort reasons. Like something I've gotten really peculiar about is sunglasses. Like they have to be super comfortable. If they squeeze my head in the slightest bit, I can't wear them at all. They literally almost just have to like barely sit on my face, and I have to barely feel them, or I just can't even wear them. Well, fuck that lineup. It's really hard to draw a curve away from you when you can't turn the sketchbook. I find that very challenging. Messes me up all the time. I was coming out super shaky. I honestly haven't minded this jazz channel at all. It's better than the chill one. The chill one's too like 2022 or something. like we were saying earlier, like BuzzFeed vacation music. Definitely something about old music that they found first, huh? It's like you almost can't even do it like they did it ever again. I think it has to do a lot to do with too, like the technologies we have now to record music and play music. How everything's so much better. All the sounds are so much better. Old music always has this sort of they had shitty equipment aspect to it, or at least just older technology. But man, I don't know. I feel like there's something I like about that. I don't know if I like all the sounds super duper polished, like most perfect, quantized everything perfectly in time. Like it makes me think about something like Billie Eilish. Like I love Billie Eilish's music and she's so amazing. The sounds they use and produce with these days are so perfect. It's just like the most perfect synth sounds and EQ, and there's something nice to me personally about the rough garage band recording. Not too rough, but you know, not like iPhone rough, but or at least just when something's played live and not recorded in a way that has multiple tracks. There's something organic to a live recording that's really hard to capture. Yep, definitely not this song, huh? I hate trying to find stream music. Yeah, it's the most difficult part about streaming. Is like getting it to not crash and everything to run smoothly, like all your API stuff, your notifications, and then, yeah, finding music that won't mute your stream. The algorithm gods. I really like the sounds of a live record, that kind of scratchy sound. Yeah, no doubt. I personally don't own like vinyl or a record player, but there is something nice to it that's different than everything else. That's pretty much all the line work I'm gonna care for on this car. Oh yeah, let me sketch you in the background. So, to me in this picture, it's sort of sitting on like the top of it's like a parking garage. Yes, I do have to do the rims of the car. The perspective of everything in the background is very telescopic, though. It's like no perspective to it, is what I mean. And it's because we're really close to the car and the background's far away, so we get all the perspective of the car, but none of the background. So this might be one of those situations where you don't draw exactly what you see, and you have to sort of infuse a little bit of perspective in there, because I don't know, to me there's some sort of style aspect to drawing that, you know, like I was talking earlier, like a drawing of something exact is a drawing of something exact, and that's it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just trying to get better at style. Purposefully doing things in my drawing because I wanted to. There's a wall that goes like this, and then a building behind it. The farther the background goes, I try to make the line weight thinner and less complete, and then the opposite with things in the foreground. It's hard with the fountain pen that's warmed up because it just pours ink onto the paper. And here's again where the fast line comes in. Like, in order to get the line that light, I had to go really fast. Or either that or find a way to reduce the ink flow, which is tough in this pen. And not too detailed either. That's as detailed as I'm getting it, because that's like a mid-ground house. But then immediately it just shows this giant hill on the back. It's sort of like the hills of California. It's like kind of like the sort of hill that you'd see the Hollywood sign on. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Except Instead of a Hollywood sign, you have a bunch of houses sitting in the hill. I never really used one. You're talking about vinyl. I took way too long to look at chat. Too bad I'm not doing this one in color because it has a really pretty sky that I would enjoy coloring. But I'll be missing out on that today. No pretty sky for me. I don't know what this is, but it looks like some weird, call it an antenna instrument thingy. I guess it could be a far distant water tower too, if you looked at it that way. Oh, a fountain pen. That's what you meant. I highly recommend them. Like I said, once you get over the non-ballpoint pen thing, like how it's a little bit scratchy, you can get hung up on the paper sometimes, and certain curves and stuff go in different directions, but other than that, once you figure out how to work around it, it's great. And there's just something really extra black about artist ink. Like when you buy platinum black ink in a bottle and make sure it's high quality, it's just this super nice black ink that it's just, I don't know, it's satisfying. It's nice. Like it really, also the ink I have is, there's something to it, I don't know what they do, but it makes it so that when you watercolor over it afterwards, it doesn't smudge. So it's like, they call it waterproof ink. There's like non-waterproof ink and waterproof ink. It's some sort of way they dry or bite the paper or absorb into it or something. That was probably the sloppiest and most carefree line I've done in this entire drawing. I would say that's definitely a not so much talked about struggle to drawing, is like staying interested for your entire drawing can be hard sometimes. Like I was talking earlier about painting a field of grass and how you have to be with every blade of grass. It's like I was trying to put the brush down if I stopped having fun, because it's really easy to get lazy about grass and think that you don't think about every blade of grass, but if you don't think about every single blade of grass, it starts looking like that. It starts looking like you are drawing every single one the same. It's the hardest part about nature, really. Like, I split everything into two things, nature and man-made objects, because there's a strange thing about nature where it's like if you're drawing a tree with a bunch of leaves on it, all the leaves need to look the same, but they're all different. They're all completely unique, like snowflakes, but they all have the same sort of structure. But man-made objects are different in that they always look exactly the same. They have perfect right angles and edges, skyscrapers, streetlights. You have robots in factories making these things down to microns, so it's like a different language to drawing both things. But there's something really difficult about drawing a field of grass and making sure that the grass looks the same, but that none of them are different, if that makes sense. Or that all of them are different, sorry. They look the same, but that they're all different. Because you gotta think, each individual piece of grass has been affected differently by the world. By wind, by rain, by animals walking on it. This is like a cute puppy trips into pool music. This is like, I don't know why, but this song made me think of Toy Story. Just picture Randy Newman coming in with some lyrics right now. I struggle with that, and it's honestly the reason I don't do a lot of landscapes. See, that's interesting to me because it's something that I got used to first, and that's why I do a lot of landscapes. Like, it's been really difficult for me to learn humans and draw man-made things because they're so exact. You know, they have to be exactly the way they are. It's like, I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand about Bob Ross and like what he's doing, is that he understands like the organicness of the way a brush touches a canvas, and he knows how to work with it. So he knows, he memorizes a way to dab the canvas every single time that creates leaves, but every leaf is different. And that's why he makes it look so easy. And in the same way, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, especially if you're trying to be a well-rounded artist, it's fine if you're just trying to be environmental and only do environmental art. But if you're someone that's trying to do character art and environmental art and building art, and it's like, I had this bad habit from my early days where everything I draw is like really jiggly and scribbly, and nothing has like really distinct lines that are saying anything, and it's kind of like a bunch of scribbly nonsense that all comes together in certain areas to make a picture. So it's been a really hard work, and I've really had to be hard on myself and my lines to like get rid of that habit, because it's a fine habit to have. It's more of a technique than a habit, but it's a technique that only needs to be used for certain things that I use for everything. So it's like when I try to draw like a woman, for example, none of her lines would be smooth and one single curve that flows into other curves perfectly. It would be sketchy. So there's like this sketchy thing I've been trying to work out of my style when I'm trying to draw certain things. And yeah, it's difficult. Nature versus man-made, or maybe it's not nature versus man-made so much. Organic versus like invented. I don't know. Or organic versus machine built, because there's plenty of organic man-made stuff that's hard to draw. Steel wool. It's good to know both styles. Yeah, for sure. It would limit me even in my environment drawings in little areas. Second, something in nature that's a little straight, couldn't draw it as good. So there's all these houses in the hills here, and I'm just going to make really tiny indications that they exist by just using pure texture. So here's a good example of what I mean by like contrast with just texture. So there's two types of lines here. I'm doing like scribbly tree lines, and then I'm breaking them up with right edges. That's it. I don't need to care about windows. I don't need to care about shading them or them being a different color. It's like your brain just needs to see squiggly versus straight. That's another thing I've learned recently that's changed my art overnight. And I noticed the difference right away. Paying attention to texture differences and going out of my way to create contrast with them, rather than rolling the dice with the scribble of my pencil and hoping that contrast happens. It's way better that I started thinking about putting it there purposefully. There's so much to it. So many little disciplines that you can practice or not at all. I want to work on having a more sketchy style. I always do clean lines and I change it up for some pieces. And I want to change it up for some pieces. Yeah. The first place I would say to start is gesture drawing. And also, like, there's this sort of, I've heard a couple different names for it. I don't really have my own name for it, but there's a sort of way of just scribbling on a piece of paper and drawing shapes where you just let your pencil go, and you let go of what you're drawing, how good it's gonna be, how much money you're gonna make on it or not, and you just draw it. You don't care what it's gonna be, and they often come out fractally or doodly, or sometimes they'll end up being drawings, but the whole point is to sort of exercise the part of your brain that I don't know, there's a sort of weird part of your brain that directs your hand creatively when you're not thinking about it. I don't know what that is. I don't know where it comes from, but you can sort of tap into that and get in the flow state to where your pencil is moving around the paper and you're creating shapes and you're following them and you're coming up with new ideas, but you're not really verbalizing them in your brain. You're not like giving them dialogue, right? Like, you're not saying, I'm drawing this or I'm drawing that. You're just organically allowing your hand and your brain to have fun on the paper. And I honestly, I try to do that once a day, as if it's like stretching. Like, even if it's like walking by a blank envelope and there's like a pen on the counter, I'll just like sit there for 30 seconds and draw spirals on it, and that really unlocks the scribbly in you. You just gotta find the scribbly in you. Let go of being so perfect. I've had to do the opposite. I've had to like learn how to be perfect and learn how to draw things right and learn human anatomy and where it sits and ratios and in hindsight, I'm glad I started the way I did, I guess I would say. If I had to pick an order, I would say scribbly into structuring. I liked how that played out for me, but there's no right or wrong way with that. I don't do any more warm-up. I really should do some more exercises. I'm always anxious to... Yeah. Yep, exactly. Like, it's hard to implement practice into drawing because drawing starts from a place that's so fun. It's very creative. It's very raw. But when it comes to improving at drawing and becoming really consistent with it, you have to start treating it like it's learning a guitar, like it's an instrument. I would make it equal, one and the same, in the way you approach practicing it. Like, something I'll do, I'll take a piece of sketch paper, right? I'll make a grid on it of like 30 spaces, like 30 squares or whatever the shape ends up being. And I just try to draw a perfect circle 30 times, or as many times on the paper as I can, small ones, big ones. And I try to use my arm when I draw it, and I try to keep good circle drawing habits. I'll just draw 30 circles. No, nothing else. Or I'll take it a step further and draw 30 spheres, and then I'll shade them 30 times. And it's really boring, and it's really redundant, and like, who wants to draw 30 circles, right? But if you keep that up for like weeks and weeks, eventually, like the next time you have to draw like someone's head or something that's really curvy, it'll start feeling nice. It'll just start feeling nicer to do. And something that I noticed once I started implementing that was I would get things in fewer tries. So I'm like taking out the eraser less these days than I used to. When I'm drawing lines, I'm getting them within 1 to 5 tries rather than 30 tries, you know? I also like to practice traditionally rather than digitally for that reason, because digitally allows you to undo too much, and it's really good to like be faced with your terrible lines to see like how bad you really are so that you can like improve on that stuff and not have a million chances to draw a perfect circle. Because there's definitely, it's more efficient in your workflow the better you can get at drawing every shape at first try. You get drawings done faster. And one thing that I never thought of was, you know, like I always thought like masterpieces take so long, and like they really don't with the true masters out there, because they're so good at drawing all the shapes that they get them all first try, one and 2 tries. So they're moving on through their drawing very, 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 very fast. They're not getting stuck up on things. My brain always wants to piece some work on to be a masterpiece instead of drawing something to learn and have fun. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a testament to saying, you know, have your masterpiece of the month, but then be sure to be moving through a lot of small projects that you don't care so much about. Definitely, like, and again, that's something else I've implemented later in my life. I have a lot better drawing habits now than I used to, and I've only recently been trying to improve. So it's good to make yourself do stuff you don't enjoy doing. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly where I got the random image generator idea from. That's why I use it. It'll just pick a random picture from anywhere on the internet, and often it's horribly hard. It has it'll be like two people fighting in a like karate position, like impossibly hard to draw, foreshortening, and like I just like force myself to try it anyway, no matter how bad it comes out. You know, have a secret sketchbook you're never gonna show anybody. Do that shit in there. I've been meaning to work traditionally more. It's always your stream inspiring me to pick up my paints. I love to hear that. I think there's also just quality to traditional mediums. There's just something you take from them. Like, for example, like, I think there's one thing that digital will never replace, and that's the reference of real life. You'll never see colors and lighting quite the way you do when you walk out in nature and study it in real life, or place like a glass on a table and study it that way. Like, photo reference is good, but it's not quite. And the reason is because when you're in person, you're also experiencing the smell of it, the temperature of the environment. You're also in a certain mood that day. You know, it's a lot of other things come into how your drawing comes out other than just what you're looking at, what you're studying. And I think that really comes from studying in real life, especially doing drawings like a live band or things that are moving, people that are moving, a busy city street, cars driving by, because it forces you to really interpret things quickly and not be so stuck up. Because if you work on like a photo reference with a digital tablet, you can make it perfect. You almost end up just drawing the photo. There's all these things that come from studying real life and drawing in real life live that are subtle but really add to the bigger picture, I think. I want to pick up how many comics I can do in a week. I think I'll take your advice and do some more shape practice. Yeah, absolutely. Digital art is fun, but it's a step far removed again from reality. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Exactly. Yeah, and I guess like when it comes to your comics, like as artists, we always want to release like our best work into the world. It's hard to show stuff that we wouldn't consider our best, you know, but like I guess to sum it all up, finishing it is the most important thing. Like, if I start caring too much about a drawing to the point where I'm taking too long on it and I'm not gonna finish it, that's worse for me than like taking forever to finish something or never finishing it all. Like I'd rather get through 100 drawings that are cheap because I learned so much more than one masterpiece that takes me 6 months. Honestly, I am too. I still am. I'm still shy about it. Like honestly, when I picked a couple humans from the random image generator today, I was shy about streaming drawing them because I'm still not good at them yet. And when I first started doing art, especially painting, I was really shy. Like, it was super vulnerable feeling to reveal the process of making a lot of mistakes before it's the end result, because the reality is I've never, not once in my life, done an artwork that was like every line on it was perfectly first try, smooth, like went the way I wanted. Like if you watch some of my painting time lapses on my YouTube, I think there's one called The Road to Skyreach. It's one of my earlier paintings. If you watch that one, I literally paint over that bridge probably 7 times before I decide on the final bridge. And I remember feeling shy about that. Like I didn't want to upload it because I didn't want to like all the good artists out in the world to make fun of the fact that I didn't get it first try. But you know, it's like it's a bunch of bullshit that we put in our heads. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, people forget about that stuff so fast, and we really are the only ones thinking about it mostly in our rooms by ourselves. Everyone always looks at your art differently than you do too. Every single time. Without fail. So, like, your own analysis of your own art is ultimately a failure to begin with. And it's always not going to be accurate in a weird, ethereal way like that, just because of subjectivity and the way everyone looks at things differently. You can't win that battle, in my opinion. There's a couple cracks in the pavement here that I thought were cool I want to get. So an example of a mistake that happened in this that I didn't bring up was when I was drawing that wall line over here. That was a royal mess up, but it ended up just working out and being a driveway crack. Yeah, exactly. It's also this like illusion that everyone thinks like master artists just were born with all this photo reference in their head. No, like they had to go through 35 years of drawing reality too before they could draw it out of their head. Yeah, and artists don't mention all their happy accidents, I can promise you that. They let most of those things slide and just hope you don't notice them. It's kind of like playing a guitar solo. I know I make a lot of guitar analogies, but it's very similar. Can't tell you how many times I got off stage and I'm just like, oh man, like, feel horrible about that. And then the people were just like, dude, like that solo was sick. Just like, really? I was gonna like lose sleep tonight over how bad I thought that solo was, and you're telling me it was sick? I end up having so much fun talking to y'all in chat, I always take so long to finish my drawings. So here we are, 2 sketches in. To where I'm gonna have to go after this one's over, but it's okay. Because I got my drawing in for the day, that's what this was about. We always want to finish masterpieces, but I always feel so much better about myself when I just frickin' draw. I don't even care if it's like a line. I always feel better. Cause I don't know if you do, but I have this thing in me, like that's where it derives from. Like I just need to create. It's like this curse. Whether I'm making money or not, making something happen with it or not, or furthering my career, it's like, as long as I do something. Just gotta do something. I think the reason why I like digital art is there's a lot less improvisation with traditional. I mean, I love digital art for all the same reasons. Like, when I need to do a project for a client, make things really clear, have the most control possible. Like, when I need to get something done for a client and make sure I can get it right. I like digital art. I mean, obviously, like this dog painting I'm doing, it's traditional. I got hired to do traditional, so it's a little more stressful and I gotta go through a little bit more of a process, but anytime I can do it digital for a client, I do, because the amount of control you have is unprecedented. You can't beat it. And if they're not like looking for traditional, they're not going to notice the difference. They don't care. The brush simulation is so good these days. I think the one thing digital still sucks on is watercolor. Doesn't quite imitate it quite like real life yet, but I think paint it does. Like oil and acrylic, it's pretty damn close. I've seen some drawings where I got tricked. I thought it was traditional, but it was digital. There is this certain polish that digital has, though. It's like, it's kind of like auto-tune. So you can tell when you hear auto-tune in a singer. Reflections on a shiny car are always intense. Hard to deal with. Yeah, if I'm too busy to draw, I'm always like, why do I feel like trash? Oh, I haven't drawn in a week. Yeah, exactly. It's existential, you know? I've been looking for comic artists, so I use watercolor and gouache, but it's hard to find artists because doing digital. Oh yeah, yeah, hands down. Hands down way easier to do. And then, you know, not even to mention, like, the whole having to, like, transfer files aspect to it, you know? Like, immediately, it's already on your computer, it's already a JPEG or a PNG or whatever it needs to be, and whoever you gotta send it to, you can immediately do it. You don't have to take a picture of it and get lighting and or scan it or color correct it. So yeah, totally. It's a hands down. Like I would associate digital art with the industry. Like a must have tool these days. Yep, super pain. Never quite, the color's never quite the way it looks. Nope, I did have the right one. I gotta label these damn pens better. I grabbed the wrong one again. Welcome. Welcome, mysterious newcomers. Hope you're all having a good night. Hope you y'all. I combined them on accident. So much better having my monitor right here. So much better. Before I had to like turn my neck like an owl to look at chat. This is like some heavy hardcore rap shit. Someone drop some lyrics. Now the pens are giving me the color they should. It takes like a whole drawing for them to get working. There's something about how it like dries overnight or it gets built up in the tip that like it comes out way darker when I use it for like the first hour. I don't know how to like purge them right. It's kind of my own invented system anyway. These aren't like pens that exist in the world that you can buy. So, this is probably why. I have to realize I can talk quieter. I don't have to yell. My microphone is sensitive enough. Here, we can talk like this. It's better. I notice as I'm talking, I'm maxing out the volume bar over there. I purposely made this adjustment earlier too because when you talk for 4 hours, it starts to hurt when you're talking hard. So I'm actively trying to speak softer or at lower volume so that I don't kill myself. I love how this chill playlist has both hardcore rap and also swinging bossa nova. Yeah, I know. Definitely. I mean, I typed in jazz, so definitely jazz finds its way into rap because of the beats. It's definitely better. Like, it's definitely better than like sleep meditation music or BuzzFeed happy vlog. Though I'll take that combo over that one. Yeah, exactly. BuzzFeed. Well, the BuzzFeed pet videos were the other. That was the other one. Now I'm gonna get the little shadow under the car here. Luckily for me, it's an overcast day in this drawing, so we can bullshit the shadow. Us together, as one, can bullshit the shadow. Sometimes I just let a bunch of ink fall out of my pen like that and just it's faster. Oh, let me mute that. I just literally let a big old drop fall right there. It looks dark and scary, but it's really thin. And then it dries even lighter. Make sure all my texture marks are going horizontal here. I realized I never gave the headlights their eyes. Or their lights, I should say. There we go. Yeah, sleep meditation music, yep. Ambient, binaural beats, yes. You get it, you get it. You've seen all the YouTube channels where they just stream that shit. Yes, like watercolor. I like the way this ink works, especially for that reason. It works like watercolor. Pretty happy with the shading. I think I need to take it one shade further with the shadow because actually I made a mistake. I should have shaded the pavement first and then have gone into the car shadow, but I did it in the opposite order. And this actually, yeah, there we go. Although I will leave the outer part of that shadow lighter, like that. And then the bottom of the shadow now must connect to the bottom of the car. Gonna have to let that dry. What's this now? Like Skyrim battle music? Where's the enemy? I don't see it. Oh no, this isn't Skyrim battle music. This is not. No, this is not Skyrim battle music. This is the YouTube video that's like top 10 crazy videos of hurricane footage. That's what this music is. With the really annoying narrator voice. Yes. You nailed it too. That's also exactly what it is. Dude, those ads are so bad. They're so bad. They make me want to not play the games. And it's like showing footage of a different game. It's not even the actual gameplay. Yeah, literally. What's this? Now we're in fucking... what? Football with puppies on the Super Bowl music? Like, what's this? Circus? Yeah, let's get in the clown car, pretty much. That's what that was. Let's go to the circus. That's what I would call that song. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about when I say football with puppies? Have you seen that? Now, as light as my brush could possibly be, I'm gonna get some clouds here. They're just these wispy clouds. Just like that. That's pretty much it. No, I thought you made that up. No. I wish I made that up. It's a real thing. It's another channel you can go to on the Super Bowl. That it's actually like these two serious announcers going all out and these dogs just running around with toys and a little pen. And anytime one of them remotely picks up one or interacts with one, you know, the announcer's just like, "Oh my god! He's taking it. He took the squeaky toy down to the 50-yard line. You're like, I don't know, Steve. You think he's gonna make a touchdown this game?" Like, it's so silly. Like, I like it because cute puppies, but nothing else about it, in my opinion. I like things that are cute, but I don't like over-the-top cute. It gets annoying to me. Puppies are already maxed out level cute. You can't make them any cute by dressing them in a football jersey. Any more cuter. To my opinion, dogs dressed up with haircuts have always looked dumb. But, you know, that's a subjective thing. I know there's a whole crowd of people out there that wants to shave their poodle and put a little hat on them with sunglasses. And that's fine. It's fine and all, but... yeah, it's silly to me. Thank you, thank you. You're trying to draw storm clouds. That reminds me of an idea that I've been trying to get to for a while, which is I want to actually do like a tornado touched on the ground with like a bolt of lightning, like mid-action natural disaster painting, like mid-gust of wind, and like everything getting destroyed. I figured that'd be really challenging. Oh, it is amazing. Like, I can't even believe they made, like, the way they do the editing with it is perfect. It's like, they actually make it look like the dogs are doing something. When they're not at all. It's literally just a bunch of dogs in a pen. They're not playing football at all. Yes, they are. They're cute and fluffy and cute just the way they are. They don't need human things all over them. There's enough human things. I used to have a golden retriever when I was a kid, and it was so funny because, I don't know, there's like two kinds of dogs. There's like one that doesn't give a shit about clothes being on it, and then there's one that's like, it's literally their world is ending around them. If you remotely try to put any accessory on them at all, like even a collar. And I had a golden retriever like that. It was so funny because the second you put her in a sweater, it was like she became a statue. You could not move her. She would do the thing where you like pull on the collar and like the whole house will move with the dog before like the dog even budges, you know what I mean? And she would just sit there until you took it off. So you just couldn't. You couldn't do anything like that with this dog. You just straight up had to just not do it and just like leave her alone. Oh, we got a puppy at the end of the year. She's definitely the anti-close dog. Yep. They just like are born that way or something. Like they hate it or they don't. Maybe you gotta do it really early or something. Because I know some dogs like it because they're like they don't have enough fur, so you have to put a coat on them, or they get shivery and cold. But that was definitely not the case with the golden retriever. They had plenty of fur. Plenty. Well, on that random car on top of a parking garage moment, I'm pretty happy with that sketch. I mean, I could sit there and tweak it, add some more darks that it needs. It's a little bit too light overall as a value map, but I learned a lot. I've been trying to train her to enjoy getting picked up or have her little feet touch. She's real fussy. Ah, so cute. Looks good, thank you. We'll go back and recap to the annoyed girl. I'm sorry, I know. We don't mean to look at you again. What's the name? Catherine? Courtney. Courtney. Sorry, Courtney. Courtney Kardashian. We're really sorry, Courtney Kardashian. We didn't mean to draw you or bring you into existence at your inconvenience, but here you are, permanently stuck in my sketchbook for all of eternity. So I apologize that we streamed you to the world, Jennifer Kardashian. My brain didn't want to say Jennifer even though I know that wasn't the name. So here we go. Jennifer Kardashian. And we have a car. She's trapped. Oh my god, I didn't even realize another clown song was playing. Let's change that. That was very jarring. I'm sorry about that. Obviously, you know, I mean, we can make the music, the horrible music part of this, you know? We could just make it part of the comedy of the whole thing. I'll just lie and say I'm purposely trolling you guys. Low key, I'm trolling. I tossed in the most horrible music every other 5 songs. Jennifer and her Kardashian. Yes. Oh, I love your brain, Scout. It's the best. Anyway, we have filled this page up, which is also another, to me, a satisfying sketchbook moment. I like filling up a sketchbook page. So there's the last 4 drawings. And yeah. But on that note, I have to go get myself some dinner, so I'm gonna go get ready and end the stream there. It's been such a blast. It's been one of the funnest streams I've had in a long time, really, with chat. It's been a blast hanging out with Scout, everyone else. The castle looks so cool. Thank you. Here, I'll do a zoom in for you. I can't do it the right way. There we go. Oh man, this new fancy camera setup is the best. Exactly how it should feel to stream right now. You're welcome. I'm trying to do it more again. Gonna try to keep up on it. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a great night. And I'll see you tomorrow most likely, because I'm thinking about streaming tomorrow too. Until next time.